Here at Davis AutoSports, we are very excited to offer you another custom-built in-house Toyota FJ Cruiser. First and foremost, this is a 2007 Carfax certified guaranteed vehicle with a flawless history, clean and clear title. This FJ, like all of our custom vehicles that we build, came to us 100% bone stock, all original. All upgrades have been performed here in-house by Davis AutoSports. Not only does this vehicle have a ton of upgrades, but we also did a full service on this vehicle, which I'll get into the details here in a moment. This first portion of the video is just strictly going to be a condition report. I do want to apologize in advance for the stabilization of the video. We do not have our Steadicam with us right now. We are shooting this in 4K for those that have a screen that can present it in 4K. There's a lot of Toyota FJs on the market, and we really tried to do some different things with these to be our own unique style to them. We integrated some custom things that the market does not offer, which I'll show you here in a moment as well. We also do have custom interior on this FJ. Please keep in mind too, if there's anything you want to add to this vehicle, please let us know. We will be more than happy to do so. We can also swap out wheels and tires. So condition wise, this thing is absolutely pristine. We're not going to spend weeks and weeks on a vehicle and thousands of dollars unless it's a good candidate. So condition wise, this thing is absolutely beautiful. It does have 115,000 miles, but another thing, it's been absolutely perfectly maintained. We have all the service records. It's got an impeccable service history behind it. Like I said, this first portion is going to be strictly condition, and then we'll go into the upgrades here in a moment. But I would absolutely rate the exterior condition a very strong 9.9 out of 10. There's 0 dents, 0 dings. Half of the exterior is new or has been refinished. So the only thing that's original that you're looking at is the glass, the mirror caps, and some of the paint. Head over to the passenger side. So as you see, condition wise, this thing is in absolutely beautiful condition. No issues whatsoever. Truly looks like a 6-month-old vehicle with maybe 5,000–10,000 miles, if that. So starting off, we'll start off with the suspension upgrade. This is a full legitimate suspension lift. No spacers, no blocks. Up front you have all new suspension. Every single component, including the control arms, have been upgraded. No shortcuts. Every single suspension component has been upgraded. In the back you have your brand new shocks. On the back side, down in there, you have a brand new Old Man E-Move spring. All your end links, sway bars, everything has been upgraded on the vehicle, suspension wise. And I'll get into more of those details in the listing with itemized charts as to exactly what components are on there, just so everyone's on the same page. Wheel and tire package, we have a 35, 12.5, 20. Like I said, we will be more than happy to swap out any sort of wheel and tire combination, but we feel this gives this truck a nice modern look, very aggressive. very streetable. Obviously have a full spare as well. Keep in mind, guys, too, everything on this vehicle is brand spanking new. Computer balanced. This vehicle also has our full Kevlar package. So starting off up front, brand new bull bar, but the bottom portion of the bar, we took that off. We Kevlar that. We did the front bumper. We did the front part of the hood. We did the fender flares, the rockers, the rock sliders. We did the rear flares, upper portion of the bumper. We left the caps painted silver. We actually repainted those as well. Rear bumper all the way around. Same on this side, obviously. And we also did the entire roof and roof rack as well, which we've done pretty much to all of our custom built FJs. Gives it an absolute awesome look. So the Kevlar service alone on a vehicle like this, it's done by a two-man crew, and it's probably about 5 or 6 days worth of work. Everything that's plastic on the vehicle gets completely sanded down with a 180 grit, then a 320 grit, then gets smoothed out, surface cleaned, gets sprayed with a plastic adhesive, then gets sprayed with a 2-part Kevlar product. Everything gets masked off. Very, very tedious. Same goes for the metal, but instead of the plastic adhesive, we spray it with primer. So it is a very, very tedious process. Just so you know, the roof rack itself actually comes off of the vehicle, so that way every nook and cranny gets done underneath. I mean, there's no parts of the rack that are not done. And we do that with a lot of our off-road vehicles that we build. A lot of them have our Kevlar package. Excuse the background noise. We are a shop and we do build vehicles here. So up front, we wanted to do a little bit something different than what we've done with our previous FJs. So what we actually did is we integrated LED lights into the factory slots here. And on our previous FJs, we've actually Kevlar those as well. We kept this silver. We actually repainted those as well. All the silver trim on the vehicle we did repaint, just because it had your typical nicks and scratches and stuff like that. So we feel that adding the painted silver really gives it some dimension. Some of the previous ones, it was just too black up front. So another thing that we did is the brand new bull nose that came to us black. They do not offer it silver, so we actually sanded it down, prepped it, and painted it to color match all the silver. And of course, we took out the bottom portion and Kevlar that, so it just gives it a really awesome look. And of course, we added brand new grade 8 hardware to it as well. Once again, there's your custom mount LED. This one and the one on the other side, those are hooked up to their own circuit, so those operate by themselves. You got your 20-inch LED up front on the custom painted bull bar. The entire front bumper has been Kevlar'd, and up front, up top, you have a 42-inch LED light bar. Some options for you guys. We didn't want to go crazy with the lighting, but if you take a look where this red light is right there, just a quick option for you guys. Here are Cherokee bumpers. They do not come flush in there like that. We do that here, and those lights we can integrate in the rear bumper, and we can actually hook them up to the reverse lights. So because as of right now, those are just sort of reflector lights, so we can put the LEDs in there, so when you hit reverse, you got great reverse lights. The entire exterior of the vehicle, paint-wise, has received our full paint correction service. That also within itself is about a 3-day service on the vehicle. All of the paint gets completely wet sanded down, then gets compounded, buffed, polished, and a final paint sealant. And that again is a tedious procedure. That's why these vehicles look so new, as we spend a ton of time. We probably have about 4 weeks invested into this vehicle. There's a lot of attention to detail that does not get noticed. One thing I'll tell you guys is all the LED components, they're all hooked up to their own circuit, own relays, fuses, the whole nine. But most importantly, all the electrical wires, there's no connection butts on the vehicle. Everything is soldered together, heat shrunk and wire loomed, so it's very clean. Service wise, I'm sure I'm going to miss some of the stuff that we did on this vehicle, but it has a completely new brake system. So up front, if you take a look there, you have brand new rotors, you have brand new calipers, brand new brake pads, and a emergency brake kit installed as well. So entirely new brake system. We did all the fluid changes, and it also has a brand new water pump as well. The water pump had a very slight leak. We could have just replaced the gasket because that's what was actually leaking, but it was the original water pump, so we went ahead and replaced that. And the vehicle, previous to us getting it in, has an absolutely perfect service history. So this thing has been just extremely well taken care of. The vehicle does have TRD exhaust as well as a performance intake. I'm going to go ahead and open the doors on the other side and show you the custom interior that we did. A lot of time once again spent on the interior of this FJ. Another thing too, every single panel on this vehicle has the original VIN plate issued from the factory. A dealership cannot even put those on. So every single panel, every door, every fender, everything has that, showing that the vehicle is absolutely original. So the interior came to us insanely clean, but obviously we like to add a little bit to our interiors as well. So we have brand new custom leather and suede seats. The leather is a majority of the seat. We have also contrast yellow stitching. It does incorporate the airbags as well in it. We have beautiful suede inserts, and this is very durable. It's got Scotch guard on it as well, so does not stain easily. The contrast stitching is just beautiful, and it's throughout the entire vehicle. A lot of attention to detail in the seats. The stitching is everywhere. Suede inserts, and what you guys aren't able to tell is the smell of this thing. It smells absolutely brand new in here. One good thing about the FJ is there's no carpet to hold odor, so there's no odor from the previous owner with carpet, which over years, you know, definitely holds some odor. So you have a nice leather smell in here, and then the suede Alcantara gives a really nice smell as well. We also added heated seats as well. You have low setting and high setting. The back of the seats also have a nice pocket that we integrated in there as well. So no skimping at all on any portion of the seats. Take a look at the back of the headrest as well. The stitching continues all the way through. And the contrast stitching just really pops. Continues all the way around the top of the headrest. at some point of our builds we have to come to a halt. We can't do absolutely everything, because then everything is going to have a very high price point. Let me shut this back door. But what I'm getting at is we typically do sound systems, alarms, remote starts, all that sort of stuff. There's your TRD exhaust. Another thing to note too is that all the silver pieces on this vehicle have been painted. We took them off and painted them. As you see, a beautiful finish on the paint, because they had scuffs and paint chips and all that, and that's just unacceptable for a vehicle that we build. So when I tell you the outside of this truck's as new as it can get, it really is. But if you guys are looking to add navigation, backup camera, remote start, please let us know. We will be more than happy to do so. I'm gonna go ahead and get the keys to this thing and I'm gonna go ahead and turn the LED lights on for you guys. And also, the way the lights are wired, they do illuminate when they're on, so you can see that they're actually on. Now, cameras really don't love LED lights because they're so bright, but they're showing up a lot more green in the picture, but obviously they're a typical LED bluish clear color. Those ones right there in the corner bumpers just look absolutely awesome. So what we'll do on the next portion of the video, guys, is go ahead and take this thing on a quick test drive. So the video below this will be the driving portion.